fast, fatal heart impact. Past painful scars, in fact, I blast tasteful bars and past. I back up my actions back, don't ask, grab reactions, jacked. Attack with every word, then act with class as they hear me snap. I got nothing to lose, cause I fought and felt the bruise. Now I'm not the one confused, call the shots and they produce. I ain't lost, I'm finally loose. Pick a new silver excuse, I need the views to boost me to a new abuse of being used. Everybody wants a piece now, y'all can rest in peace now. You're dead to me, so peace out. Remember, you're just freaked out. Get ready for defeat now.
Alrighty, hello everybody. This is Kirusho here, and now, whenever we last left off with this series, quite a lot of things have happened. Now, in the last part, Deku and Amelia, they had a lot of complicated things going on with their relationship. Amelia, she has felt a certain way towards Deku, and she did express, while she was drunk, that she does actually enjoy Deku's company. She understands the risk he's taken literally involving himself with her species. And right now, she does at least find him to be very intriguing to her. Now, she expressed many things about him that she does at least find to be interesting, and she did even express to him that she does like him, as the humans would put it, romantically. Now, Deku, he'd be lying if he would say that he didn't view Amelia in a similar way. However, there's a problem. Deku, he sees Amelia as the human woman, not as her true self. And yes, he's still carrying baggage. However, he just doesn't feel like a relationship is the perfect thing for him right now. And he doesn't know how to express that to Amelia. She did talk about a few things, and even look in his head to see how he wanted to respond. So, he does think that they're okay for right now, maybe? It does worry him, though. And then there's currently things with his work. Somebody showed up to his work who were almost his age, who was a detective, and who Deku cannot read their mind. Now, this worried Deku. If this person's a detective and he can't read their mind, they're probably the most dangerous person he might know. And then there was also another thing. They seem to be investigating him. They looked into him before, and they know that things don't add up with him. And that is something that Deku, he's worried about. Since that person, they seem to just keep asking questions. Now, with that all out of the way, we do currently have today where Deku and that same person, they're both sitting down and in a meeting with other detectives. As it does conclude, and a lot of them, they do hear about the current case. Right now, they do have some leads. And there's even the fact that many of those leads, they do seem to be going towards dead ends. And they do need something. Deku, he does know exactly what this case is about. He read that one guy's mind when he saved Amelia. And he does know exactly who they're looking for. However, there's a problem now. He knows the end goal, but he can't get there without either mysteriously coming upon evidence or revealing his power. So he has to find a way to work his way there. And all those extra steps, they're going to need to be exactly what he needs to do. Now, Deku, he is thinking. There is another way. He does know that there's, somebody in police custody? What was their name? He knows exactly who they are. And, shit. If he does track them down, look into them, maybe he can actually at least get some real evidence. Now, it doesn't concern Deku though. If he's correct, they're the person who's comatose, the one he knocked out. Why would you kill a guy who's going to be laying in a hospital bed? And more than likely never going to wake up. Hell, it'd be a waste of a bullet. That being what Deku's thinking. It seems like these guys may have left that one alone, so he can pursue this avenue. Okay, let's see that. This was that guy's name. This was his address. And, if he's correct, maybe he's at the nearest hospital from that location. but cops weren't called, so there's no problem there. Okay, maybe something's going on at the very least. That being what Deku's thinking. And we do currently have where Deku, after leaving the room, he does go to his desk. Him typing a few things into his computer, and even trying to look and see if there's any records on file of the guy he knocked out being arrested. Or even, well, somebody by this name being admitted to a hospital. Now, as Deku he is searching, you do have the detective who they do come walking up in front of him asking if Detective Midoriya is doing any more research about the current case file, or about the gang, or is he looking at one of his other files? Oh. Well, I wanted to see if I could find a lead. Maybe something at least about the gang. I have an idea as to what to do, but it's a bit more risky. Do you now? And exactly what would that be? Well, that's a problem there. I could tell you, but I feel like you might snitch on our commander, you know? Oh, don't worry, Detective Midoriya. I myself do understand that discreetness is the best you can have in this situation. Really? Yes, Detective. Now, if you were to elaborate, please. What are you trying to do exactly? You're looking into the gang, correctly? Or correct? Yes, I am. However, I was thinking that maybe an undercover operation may be needed. We know they have territories, we know they have many things, we know many strange anomalies, or if you don't want to put in that word, they do have. It seems like this might be a gang run by freaks. So, well, maybe, just maybe, if we do try to get close to them, or even just look into them more from the inside, we can gain a whole lot more information than we already do have. Detective Midoriya, do you really think that that's the best thing you could do right now? Um, well, I mean, it's kind of all I got. I've been investigating this gang for a bit of time. I've done some research, looked at some data, and even talked to a few people in the local area. Detective, you talk to the civilians in the area? Yes, I do. And why exactly would that be? Because, to an outsider, a civilian's insight is quite simply the best you could look into, the best you can trust. Hell, it's actually saved my ass a few times, and gotten me through at least a few cases. Interesting, Detective. So, if you are to go undercover, exactly how would you go through the process of doing this? I mean, these men, these people, they know your face, don't they? I mean, cops always do have to at least be registered. From what we do understand, these people do at least have a list of the registry, at least a copy of it, maybe. Yeah, I know. That's another problem. However, maybe I can talk to somebody in our tech division, see what they got for us. Any new goodies that we can try and mess with, you know? Now, Deku does stare directly at the person, as he's trying to think, what the hell is going through their mind? They've got to be at least thinking something. Skeptical of him, maybe. Why would they be investigating him, though? Okay, logically, the anomaly in the forest, yeah, that makes sense. But asking about his recent move? That's got to be connected to something, right? Shit. Okay. This guy might be involved with a gang. It would make sense. Never heard the name, never seen a face like his. Quite young. Okay, so he's in well-fit shape. Maybe an augment. That'd be what Deku's thinking. He's staring at this person as if they're an enemy. And right now, Deku, he does feel threatened by them. He can't understand their intentions. The way they look into him. Nothing about it adds up. Now, we do have where, after Deku does go to talk to somebody in their tech division, they do hear about his problem. And Deku, he does at least express a few things and even ask about another thing. And we do at least currently have where, after leaving for the day, he does get to head to a separate place. Him heading to a hospital, where he does walk into a hospital room. He did flash his badge. And right now he does walk into a room where a man is laying down in a hospital bed, comatose. And he's hooked up to an IV. Deku, he does stare at the man. Him looking around the room to see exactly what may be going on. People have sent him a few things, and they've even sent him some balloons. It's kind of sad. The guy is going to be in a coma as long as Deku, he allows the guy to at least have that part of his brain locked off. Okay. Deku's staring at this guy as he does go to sit down, thinking for a minute that if he does wake this guy up right now, it'd be too suspicious. Okay. So, what to do, what to do? Let me what Deku is thinking. He has an idea, and one that more than likely it would help the police. Make this guy turn himself in. Have him run to the police, ask for protection, and get him set up with a warehouse. Maybe even literally send him out of the city. Hell, maybe even out of the country. With the resources the police do have, they do have the authority to send him overseas. So, maybe, just maybe, they can get that done. It is at least something to investigate. Now, we do actually have where Deku is going to bring his hand up. And he is going to start trying to focus in his own head. Now, Deku does try to maintain a perfect train of thought. The noise of the hospital room does start to drone out. And right now, Deku, he does go to change the man's memories. As he at least does go to let go of a piece of this guy's mind that he can at least now start to use. Now, Deku has essentially turned this guy into a ticking time bomb. After he leaves here, there's no telling how long it will take for him to wake up. So, wait for that. Turn him into the police, and even, really, just see where that does go. Now, on Deku's way out, he would at least pull somebody aside, handing them a business card and informing them as to exactly what they need to do. This has its own personalized information, and even the badge number and ID to call somebody at the police department directly. His boss. If the man in this hospital room is going to wake up, alert them immediately. Since he does believe that man, he may be involved with a gang, or at least a illegal organization. Now, the nurse, they do at least go to listen to him, setting this card aside and wondering why he's talking about the comatose patient who's been there for some time. At least, what, over a week? Hell, last time they heard about it, that guy's brain? Yeah, he's not going to be going anywhere. More than likely, it sounds sad, but he'll probably be here for a few years. Probably even the rest of his life. Now, the person they are thinking that, as we do have where in their unconscious mind, they do think about exactly what may have happened. Their friend, they know for a fact, that after the job went wrong, he was killed. From their last memory, he was shot directly in front of him by their boss, who was at the warehouse. And there was whenever he went to run. His boss thought he killed him. His boss thought he got a lucky shot because the guy slumped forward, smashed against something, and hit the ground. And he seemed to be bleeding a lot. Along with that, he just wasn't moving or doing anything. Hell, from all points of view, the guy should have been dead. And he got lucky. The man didn't even bother to double check. He was that confident in his own work. He would never miss a shot. Now, that is what the guy is currently thinking. The dream looping over as he has to remember all those events in very vivid detail. Now, we do actually have Deku later off in the day, or later on in the day, where he does get off of work and he is currently at home. He does walk in and go to sit down at the table. Him going to throw down a case file as he's going to open it up and look inside of it. Him reviewing some evidence that he does at least see on this file. As we do have Amelia who does come walking into the room asking him if he's alright. Deku actually going to turn and look up to see Amelia. As he stared at her, surprised for a second, because she's not in her human disguise. However, she is using her human voice. Oh. Hey. Hello. How are you? I'm fine. I just got off of work. I see that. How have you been doing with your work? It's very complicated. Right now there's a guy at my work who I believe that he may or may not be, well, I don't even really know how to say it. He might be an augment. Maybe even a detective sent to investigate me. My strange and bizarre behavior, from what I understand. Hell, there's a problem with him though. I can't read his mind. Now, Amid does hear Deku say those words. Can't read his mind. Her actually going to run over and ask him exactly what did the person look like, and if he's sure he couldn't read their mind. Jesus. Amelia, yes, I'm fine. Deku bringing his hand up directly onto his arm. Him grabbing onto Amelia's hand, asking her if she's okay. Hell, she looks like she's having a panic attack. No, 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 no. This can't be. No, it's got to be them. No. Okay. It, I'm going to freak out. I'm going to freak out. Now, you can just watch Amelia as she starts to pace back and forth around the floor. And after Deku is going to grab Amelia and going to pull her in close, he does at least push her forehead directly into his own. As after Amelia, she does try to at least move around a bit more before going to somewhat relax, Deku is going to pull away from her. Him asking if she's okay now. I'm fine. 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 Amelia, okay. Christ. Calm down. What is wrong? Why do you start to freak out like that? I mean, hell, last time you freaked out was, well, whenever you thought we were being followed. Sorry. Okay, if you can't read his mind, I'm concerned. Because it means that he may be one of the species after me. I'm sorry, what? Yes, well, Izuku, one of the species that they are involved in the war, they aren't exactly able to move with physical bodies the same way as we are. They have more or less contraptions that they use to get around. They're not very mobile. And from my understanding, they're very grotesque to look at. So they use shells, like a... I would say the best way would be like a earth crab, or maybe even a snail, but a snail is still partially visible. If not, they only do retreat into those shells whenever they do feel threatened. However, they are always encased in their armor, if you don't put it that way. Okay, Amelia. I'm just confused. What exactly are these species that you're talking about? I'm sorry. We don't know what to call them, but they're, well, a warmongering species. And they're very hostile towards us. They do not like that we have not given our allegiance, nor tried to negotiate or bargain with them. They're the ones who instigated the attack on my home planet. Okay, whoa, hang on. Are you serious? Yes. Now, that's just one of the other problems, though. If it is the other species in the war effort, I don't believe that we'd be safe. Okay, hang on. You're talking about a species that uses what I'm guessing is like robots or cybernetics to move around. And you're saying another species is more dangerous. Yes. Um, well, they're um I hmm I don't know how to describe them other than her going to bring her hand up, or going to bring her hand down towards her pocket. Her going to pull out her phone as Deku just watch her turn on the flashlight. And after Deku is going to bring up his hand and block the flashlight, going to bring her hand up or bring his hand up and push hers down, he does ask her to try and at least elaborate. Um, well, I mean, they're more or less like floating orbs. Orbs? Really? Yes. Um, well, their species is a bit more complicated than that, though. They're able to dominate the minds of other species, and that also is another thing that does make them dangerous. Uh, okay then. Yes, other factors in a possession, as a human will call it, are a lot more strange, but I don't exactly know how to understand it or tell you more than that. Now, Deku stared at Amelia. Okay, so from what he's hearing, crab people and flying lights. They're causing a war that destroyed our planet. Okay, yeah, okay, that's gotta make sense, right? It's just gotta. It has to. Deku trying to think. And Amelia just to express to Deku that these are very dangerous species that they may have just encountered. Now, Deku he does understand. However, there are still the thoughts in his mind. Amelia she may not have been able to explain it the right way, but Deku he does still understand the danger and the involvement there. Yes, the guy he might just have a well armored skull, maybe, or even a cybernetic replacement. Something there to cover his brain. But other than that, he can't be, from what he's hearing, a robot controlled by something in space, or possessed, because that just sounds fucking crazy, right? Right? I mean, it's gotta be out there, right? Now, we actually do have Deku, who, after Mid has calmed down, she does actually go to bring her hands up and hug him. And Deku, he's just surprised, asking me if she's okay. I'm sorry. I did not mean to freak out, nor stress about the situation. Okay, okay, Amelia, but you're hugging me kind of tight. I am sorry. I'm her loosening her grip, expressing to Deku that she is, well, as he will put it, going through a lot, and she is frightened by the events. Okay, Amelia, I get it, I get it. But it's alright. Deku brings his hands up to her shoulders. As they're going to put them on them, he does say that he believes that they'll be okay though. They don't know that she's here, right? I believe so, yes. Okay. Then Amelia, I don't think we'll have any problems, okay? Listen, the only way they know that you're here is if they access your guys' files, right? You haven't been alerted to anything. You haven't been told about a breach, or even just talked to by anyone. You haven't gotten any contacts nor messages recently, have you? I have not? Okay, that's good. That means these people, they can't be on Earth. Your species is monitoring us, right? You're monitoring Mars. So, everything should be okay there, right? Yes, I'm very sorry. Now, Amelia, she is going to throw herself into Deku. And Deku, he does go to bring his hand up and hold on to Amelia. As he does try to think that she is still very scared. These people did quite a number on her to, well, even at the mention of them, freak her the fuck out. Hmm. It's very sad. Hell. He remembers the day he picked up a gun. He nearly vomited the first time he shot one, especially after the shit he went through. It took him time to deal with that. His hands were constantly shaking. He kept having those fucking nightmares. Jesus Christ. Even just hearing a loud pan hit the ground almost freaked him out. Now, they could just think she might be in need of therapy, talking to somebody. Now, with that being said, I do believe that is a good point to leave this off of. And I do hope you guys enjoyed and have an amazing day. I'll catch you guys in the next part.